in the future. So thanks again for being here today for our homeowner information session, frequently asked questions for our customers who have a mortgage with us and have recently closed. This is about 20-25 minutes or so. And again, any questions you have, my email information is here on this first page. You can contact myself or any of the loan officers on our team with any questions. So congratulations and thanks so much for working with our team at Applied Mortgage to get into your home. We are so happy that you trusted us to help you with your mortgage throughout your home search and your home buying process. Or if you refinance, then maybe you used us again for the refinance. And we really consider everybody a part of the Applied Mortgage family. We have worked through this whole journey together to help you into your home. And we want to feel like you're supported after you own your home as well. And so you've gone through this entire home buying process from searching to working with your realtor to your attorney to a home inspector, appraisal, right? Everything that happens. And now you ultimately have your keys. So please keep us on speed dial. Again, we're here for you after you own your home, just like the rest of the people who helped you, your attorney, your realtor, home inspector, insurance agent. We're all a team that wants to help make sure that your financial home feels secure and that your actual home feels secure and well maintained. So we're going to go through some common questions that I get from people after you own your home and some tips and tricks about making your first payment, taxes and insurance, refinancing. Maybe you need other contacts in the financial world or for home maintenance, marital status changes, documents you get in the mail. All this stuff comes up once you own your home. And we want to give you a little bit of insight now. And again, just keep our contact information handy for any questions that you have going forward. If you haven't already actually closed on your home, some folks on this webinar now are just getting ready to close this month. You're going to do that soon. It's a really exciting day. You'll do your walkthrough, you'll get your keys, you'll go on record, and all of a sudden you own your home. So at that closing, keep a copy of your first payment letter. Now, some of the information you sign is e-sign, so this may be a part of the e-sign disclosures that you sign on your closing day. I always suggest that you look for that first payment letter and maybe even just print it or keep a copy of it handy. That reminds you when your first payment is actually due. And that can be a little bit confusing. For example, say you closed in, the middle of May. Your first payment date's not actually June 1st, it's July 1st. So sometimes it's just hard to keep track of when that's due. So grab that first payment letter and that'll be a good reminder. Also, keep an eye on your email inbox from information from my servicing team, servicing@harbor1.com. That's going to tell you where to make your future payments to. Once your loan is assigned with a servicing company, which typically happens right away with the first or second payment, you'll know where to make your payment to. That information will also come to you in the mail. You're going to receive a goodbye letter and a service transfer letter. So via email and mail, you'll get that information. As always, just call us. If you ever have questions, if it's about your first payment or any subsequent payments thereafter, call your loan officer. We're here to help you navigate all of that. When you own your home, when you're filing tax returns, it may look a little bit different than it did when you didn't own a home previously, or if you only had one home and now you have two, whatever the situation is. So definitely keep a copy of all those documents you signed with your attorney. If you signed them electronically, keep that PDF file, keep that electronic file for your records. You could even print it out if you want to so that you have it on hand if you need it in the future. Your accountant will probably want a copy of your closing disclosure from the day that you actually bought the house. They may need mortgage statements going forward at some point. They may need your insurance information, tax bills. If it's a rental property or anything that you're claiming expenses on, they may need maintenance bills. So just keep good records of everything, especially with many things being available electronically now. People sometimes lose track of those records. So I would definitely set up a good system to keep those handy. If you don't have an accountant and it comes time to do your tax returns, when you own a home, it's a really good idea to use one. So please contact us or contact your realtor or anyone that you trust. We can make sure that you have a good source for an accountant to use going forward. Watch out for spam mail. So when you buy a house or really when you open any type of new consumer credit, whether it's a credit card or a car loan or a home loan or whatever, you're put on a database list through the credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And companies are able to basically buy those trigger leads. They're able to buy your information, your phone and your mailing address. And so you're going to get a lot of spam mail, and it's going to be asking you about different things. Do you need moving companies? Do you need storage? Do you need, insurance, life insurance, mortgage insurance? Sometimes it looks really legitimate. So this is just a sample. This is completely made up, this little pink mailer here, but this is an example of one that does often come in the mail. And this one in particular is really about having sufficient insurance to cover your mortgage should something happen to you. And that's not something you want to think about, but maybe something that would be a good idea to think about. So just like with the accountant, in this case, maybe it's a financial planner you need to speak with. Ask us, ask your realtor, ask whoever you trust for suggestions. You don't need to respond to the mailers. If you have any questions about what's a legitimate mailing and what isn't, just send us a picture of it. We'll take a look at it with you and we'll let you know whether it's something important to respond to. When you're making your monthly mortgage payment, if you have a fixed interest rate, your monthly principal and interest won't change, but what could change the payment would be if your taxes or insurance change, that escrow account piece. Now, if you have an adjustable mortgage, then yes, the principal and interest could change based on the rate adjusting too. So always review your monthly mortgage statements, even if you like to set up online bill pay and you want to kind of just set it and forget it. Please don't forget it. Go in, check out your monthly statement, make sure that what's getting paid makes sense. You're also going to get a copy of your insurance and your tax bills in the mail. And so if those bills are paid from your escrow account from your mortgage, you can actually match that up and make sure that the correct things are being paid. So review your monthly mortgage statement, review the escrow analysis that comes with that statement. That usually comes out once or twice a year. And call us anytime if you have any questions, if something doesn't match up. Just call your loan officer. We can help you look at it. A little bit of a house hack here, a little tip or trick is that taxes and insurance usually go up, not down, especially where we've seen so much appreciation in houses recently that cities want to be able to reap some of the tax benefits around those increased property values. And the cost to rebuild is more. So from an insurance perspective, the replacement cost coverage and the cost to insure your house may be more. So usually the cost of taxes and insurance go up each year rather than down. And therefore you may see that change your monthly payment. So be prepared, have your budget ready, make sure you're always saving to know that those are some reasons that your monthly payment could change in the future. Many times people ask me whether they're allowed to pay toward extra money toward the mortgage, and you are. So as long as your mortgage has no prepayment penalty, which the majority of ours do not have any penalty to do that, that's right on your loan estimate. You can check it out there. You can pay extra toward the loan balance at any point. The principal, it means the actual mortgage balance. So if you want to pay extra to reduce your loan balance, that's called reducing the principal balance of the loan. And then interest is what the lender is charging you for lending that money. So the sooner you pay down the loan balance, the less interest you're going to be paying over the lifetime of that loan. And then also you might be paying mortgage insurance too. And so the sooner that you can get to that threshold that the mortgage insurance cancels, the better and the faster your payment will be lower because you won't have to pay mortgage insurance. So there's often different reasons that people may want to pay extra toward their mortgage. You can certainly do that. You can call your loan officer, run through those scenarios, see whether or not it makes sense for you, or if that's something where maybe you have other higher interest debt that makes more sense to pay off instead of your mortgage, or maybe you should be investing that money, right? So this is where a good conversation and good relationships happen with other financial professionals like accountants, financial planners. We all work hand in hand. We all want to make sure that you have the best financial situation going forward. After the closing, we continue to communicate with you. Again, we want you to feel fully supported. So we'll check in with you from time to time on the phone. We'll send you some monthly newsletters. You'll get our HomeBot Homeowner Digest, which is really cool. It's customized to you. This is an example of it here on this screenshot. These are all things you can opt out of if you don't want them, but if you want to stay up to date with the value of your house, what's going on in the market, what's happening with interest rates, this is a really nice tool that we get a lot of great feedback on. You can also follow us on any of our digital media sites to see what's going on in the mortgage world. We often like to feature local small businesses, local nonprofits in the area. So we want to hear from you too. If there's something going on in your world and you want us to share it out with our network that's community related, we can certainly do that, in addition to just giving you some good solid information on what's going on in the housing market. And then your loan officer will check in with you from time to time. We like to do a mortgage review every year to make sure that your mortgage is still the right one that you should have. If anything's changed as far as your financial situation goes, as far as mortgage rates are concerned, at some point in the future, it might make sense to get a different mortgage, or maybe you want to sell and buy a new house, right? Or buy an investment property. So we're here to help you in the future, just like your realtor and attorney and all the other parties that helped you here in this process. Refinancing, that's a big question that I get. So a refinance means that you're actually getting a new mortgage that pays off your existing mortgage. And so why might you want to do that in the future? Well, of course, if interest rates get substantially lower, you could lower your interest rate and lower your monthly mortgage payment. You also might want to shorten the term of your loan. So maybe you went with a 30-year, but you're feeling like you'd be comfortable paying a 15-year and pay it off faster and pay less interest. That might work out. You might be able to get rid of mortgage insurance. You might be able to take cash out to do other things with, right? Pay off other debt, send your child to college, right? Pay for renovations on the house. Anything like that, you can use your cash out for from the equity in your home. Maybe debt consolidation for higher interest debt. You could get rid of it and have your debt on just a fixed rate mortgage instead of high interest credit cards. You also might need to add or remove somebody to or from the loan, or maybe a combination of everything, right? Maybe you can take cash out, lower the rate, shorten the term, get rid of mortgage insurance, and you've got a different person you want to put on the loan with you too. Who knows? Okay, so all of these are different reasons to potentially consider refinancing in the future. Now, we track based on your interest rate and the type of loan and everything that occurred when you got the original mortgage. We're watching the market for you going forward, and we're going to make sure that if an opportunity arises to say get a lower interest rate in the future, we're keeping you apprised of that so that you know the right time to do that, and you can work with our team again to do your refinance. Other fun housing hacks that we hear from our homeowners, we just thought this was a fun survey to share. So we surveyed some of our closed homeowners, and we asked them, what did they wish they know when they bought a house? And it could be mortgage related, or it could be just related to anything. And here were some of the responses that we got. So they said, check and change your smoke detector batteries. Don't forget to forward your mail. Change the locks and give a good friend a spare key, or hide it. We had somebody who said they got locked out. We also had make sure you know where all the water shutoffs are. Change out the air filters on your HVAC system. I liked this one. Put home maintenance reminders in your phone so that you get an automated alert. Vacuum behind your refrigerator to extend life. If you have a well and filter, change it every 6 months. And then somebody said a really nice comment, don't call anybody other than Applied Mortgage for your next mortgage. We learned the hard way. And thank you for the borrower who said that, and sorry they ran into trouble elsewhere, but we were able to help them. This was for when they bought their second home. So that was a really nice comment in the survey too. And then remember to look for us out in the community. We support over 30 organizations, community organizations across Massachusetts. We love when our homeowners come up and say hello. We don't often get to see people in person because a lot of the mortgage process is digital, but we're real people with real families here supporting our community of homeowners who in turn supports us, right? It's all cyclical. So we are so appreciative. We are so happy to give back. And please come say hi to us when you see us. And please let us know what you like to support in the community, because we want to be alongside doing what our Applied Mortgage family, what our closed customers want us to be doing. We do have, speaking of refinancing before, we do have a special going on if you are watching this at the time that it's filmed, which right now is June of 2023, where if you meet certain credentials and you refinance with us, then we are waiving our lender fee. And this actually was extended since this slide came out. So definitely your loan officer will be keeping in touch with you and will let you know the right timing to do a refinance in the future. We are also running a special for new homeowners. If you have any friends or family or anybody looking to buy this year in 2023, please send them over to us. We have a home buyer informational session, and if they attend that webinar, then they're eligible for a closing cost coupon when they work with us on their mortgage. So please consider passing that along. We really would love to help your friends, family, anybody you know that wants to buy this year. And thank you so much. We really hope that this quick round of tips and tricks is helpful. As always, stay in communication with us and the other parties that helped you, your realtor, your attorney, homeowners insurance agent, everybody here. We all work as a big team, and we want you to be a happy, empowered, and educated homeowner going forward. So reach out to us with any questions at any time. And thanks so much for trusting our team to help you with your mortgage.